Thanks for joining us for CBS 47 Action News at 11. Sunday will be a first alert weather day. I'm Aliana Gomez.
And I'm Jamie Smith. The first alert weather team is tracking some heavy rain and strong storms headed our way. Meteorologist Garrett Beatenbaugh is here to tell us all about it. He's in the Severe Weather Center.
Yes, Sunday going to be a first alert weather day. We've been talking about this possibility for the past couple of days here, and the reason why: heavy rain potential and a few strong thunderstorms. Right now over Jacksonville, northeast Florida, and parts of southeastern Georgia. We're pretty much dry, but look at this massive rain heading off to the north and east. That's the storm maker for us, and also a warm front that you can't see here on this map that'll be lifting to the north. I'll detail that coming up in a few minutes. But right now on 5 Suite First Alert Doppler HD, all is quiet over Jacksonville, but look to our west over Valdosta, I-75 in Georgia, moving off to the north and northeast. Waycross about to get in on some light rain here, but again, zooming on down to Jacksonville, not much going on. But here's Waycross going down Highway 84 there. You can see some light to moderate rain earlier, and that will begin to fill in throughout the overnight time period and into early on your Sunday. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast going through the morning hours, only going down to the lower to mid-60s, and we'll see a few showers and storms basically throughout the overnight period. We'll continue tracking that hour by hour for you and talk about Thanksgiving, where it clears out a little bit, but it does get cooler. I'll let you know how cool in the full First Alert forecast.
We now know deputies were ambushed in a fatal attack as they were responding to a house fire.
One deputy is dead and another is wounded. And we sent Action News' Deanna Bettineschi to Tallahassee for this story. She shows us how the community is dealing with the violence there.
Crime scene tape is still up, and law enforcement officers are continuing to investigate after 2 deputies were shot, one of them dying from their injuries. I spoke to neighbors who say they heard that shooting. Investigators swarmed the area near Caracas Court in Tallahassee after a gunman began shooting at 2 deputies, killing one of them. The Leon County Sheriff's Office says their deputies were attacked. They were only going to that area because of a report of a house fire. But when they arrived to the home in flames, they were greeted by gunfire.
As the first deputy sheriff arrived, he was ambushed, he was shot, and he was killed. Deputies say the shooter grabbed the fallen deputy's gun and began shooting at other first responders before he was killed. Neighbors who live nearby witnessed the chaos.
I heard a gunshot saying, I told my mama they was out there shooting, I seen fire coming out.
Well, first I seen an ambulance go by my house, and then so I went outside, and then I heard gunshots.
The scene drew a crowd. Onlookers say what happened in their neighborhood really hit home after learning an officer was killed in this senseless act.
I think that's a little bit depressing, definitely in this neighborhood, because it's nice and quiet.
They say this quiet neighborhood will never be the same. And I'm told the Leon County Sheriff's Office will be holding a press conference tomorrow at 12 o'clock to give us more information on the shooting. Reporting in Tallahassee, Deanna Bettineschi, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
And stay with Action News for continuing coverage. You can also look to actionnewsjax.com for your first update from that news conference at noon in Tallahassee.
Police are working to figure out what happened to a man they found dead in downtown Jacksonville. Someone flagged down an officer just before 5 o'clock tonight because a man was found on the ground in the parking lot on East Beaver Street and Main. Paramedics declared him dead right away, and homicide investigators are working the case, but so far they're not saying if there was any foul play.
The search is on for a hit-and-run driver that killed a man early today. It happened on I-95 North in St. Johns County. Action News broke the news online and on the air. State troopers say a man had the hood open on his white van when a semi hit that van and then the man. Troopers say a light-colored semi was seen near the crash, and they are trying to find it. It would have damage on its right side, so if you see it, call police. The victim is 37-year-old from Davie, Florida.
St. Johns County deputies are still at work on an apparent murder-suicide in the northwest part of the county. Our crew spotted a police cruiser at the scene there this morning. Deputies were called to the home on Plumpton Court just before 11 o'clock yesterday. A family member found a married couple, Cheryl and David Lee Carlisle, shot to death. Right now, deputies are not saying who pulled the trigger or why.
A famous FSU graduate is helping the school move past this week's campus shooting. Burt Reynolds planted the spear in the middle of Bobby Bowden Field this afternoon before the Noles went on to beat Boston College 20-17. But only one of the 3 people shot remains in the hospital. That's 21-year-old Farhan Ahmed, who calls himself Ronnie. He's in critical condition right now. And 30-year-old Nathan Scott was shot in the leg, and he was released from the hospital Friday. And 18-year-old Elijah Velez was only grazed by a bullet. A student who saw Ronnie Ahmed take that bullet is sharing his story with us. Robert Cohen says he was sitting in some tables outside the library Thursday when FSU graduate Myron May started shooting.
Kept telling me to call 911, and I just said, "What? Wait, you're shot? That was a real gun?" And he said, "Yeah, call 911." As I start dialing 911, he comes back out. The cops kept yelling, "Drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun." In a very synchronized timing, you know, all the guns went off and fired at him. It seemed like he wanted to die. I don't know why. He looked like there was nothing left. You know, he had nothing inside of him. Whoever this good guy was, that's what he became.
Cohen says he's having a very hard time getting what he saw out of his head.
Well, it's a different kind of food fight. A local ministry is using food to fight back against drug dealers and gang members in a neighborhood on the brink. Volunteers gave out pre-made bags, ensuring more than 500 families in the Eureka Gardens area have Thanksgiving dinner on the table. All the food was donated by members of the Wayman Ministries, who learned criminals were bribing some neighbors with food.
One way or another, people are going to make sure that their basic needs are being met. And so we're trying to help the people find their way. We're helping to organize the residents, and so they have a collective voice.
Along with the giveaway, church members are organizing a neighborhood wash to try to curb crime in that community.
And another group brought together by violence is also sharing their Thanksgiving meal. More than 500 family members braved the early afternoon rain today at the Families by the Slain Children's Office on Jacksonville's north side. Now, organizers say it's their chance to bring comfort during one of the toughest times of the year.
I'll never be able to celebrate that day, Thanksgiving, with him again. So this is my way of celebrating Thanksgiving.
Serving today, the mother of Darlene Farah. Her daughter, Shelby, was killed during a robbery at a Metro PCS store last year.
An Arlington gas station is shut down tonight after an early morning fire. Fire broke out just before 5 a.m. at the Raceway and Arlington Expressway. Action News was there to bring you the story as it broke this morning. The firefighters say they had to break down burglar bars before they could work on putting out the electrical fire.
Runners from across our area laced up their shoes Saturday morning for the 5th annual Mackenzie's Run. The race started in honor of Mackenzie Noel Wilson. She died unexpectedly in 2010 at only age 15. Now, Action News is a proud sponsor of the event, and our folks were among the hundreds who turned out this morning at Everbank Field. Jags head coach Gus Bradley was also there for the second year in a row and happy to contribute to the cause.
It's just something to be really special to be a part of, and see how this community has really embraced it. It doesn't shock me about the city of Jacksonville.
The money raised goes towards helping tutor local children. 3 orphanages have also been built in her name. Well, nearly 3,000 miles later, a 9-year-old cyclist has now completed a cross-country trip.
Action
on a bicycle. Right.
Yeah, it sounds longer that way.
Right.
Action News' Brittany Jones shows us exactly why this charitable trip is so important.
A mission accomplished. Cheers erupted for C.J. Burford as the boy crossed the finish line in St. Augustine Beach.
It's just amazing. I'm like...
A feeling of relief after riding his bike all the way across the country from Oceanside, California to St. Augustine Beach. The 9-year-old began his journey way back on September 1st.
I dipped my back wheel in the Pacific, and I'm about to dip my front wheel in the Atlantic.
But it's not just about the 2,700-mile distance pedaled by this homeschool boy whose family rode alongside him in this bus. CJ says he had a divine purpose.
I asked my mom, does that mean I'm supposed to ride my bike for Jesus? And she said, yeah.
We're supporting him in that calling.
CJ tells me that calling led him through his long journey.
I promise you I did every single millimeter of it.
He raised about $25,000 for the National Children's Cancer Society.
Was it rough for you?
No. God gave me the strength.
Strength that's gotten him through 4 years of charitable bike riding, none of which he says he'd be able to do without God.
I want to give God the glory.
Now, he's on his glory trail back home. In St. Augustine Beach, Brittany Jones, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Now, his next stop is his own home in North Carolina. If you're interested in helping out, you can find out how by going to our website, actionnewsjax.com.
Well, a break from the cold and the snow isn't always a relief.
When we come back, we're going to tell you about some new problems hitting western New York after historic snowfall there.
I'm tracking heavy rain potential for your Sunday and some sunshine. I'll let you know in that hour-by-hour forecast who will see the most rain.
And the preparations underway as Ferguson nervously anticipates a decision on the deadly police shooting. It's after the break.
Join Phil Amato and the Action News team Monday morning at 5 on CBS 47 Action News. Monday at 5, identity theft. Even Jacksonville children aren't safe. CBS 47 Action News investigates what makes our kids easy prey for thieves. Anchor Rodney Smith reveals the surprising way crooks tap into unused Social Security numbers, causing years of problems.
It was as if, like, somebody took my life and ran away with it.
The simple move parents can make right away to lock out thieves. Join John Bachman and Tanika Hughes Monday at 5 on CBS 47 Action News. The new CBS 47 Action News.
We deliver original, local coverage.
Stories with value from your neighborhood.
Questioning, warning, connecting you every night on the new WJAX-TV, CBS 47 Action News.
You just hit the flavor mother load. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses. Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices. Just look at our club on a sub. And by look, he means try. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon.
Firehouse subs.
Starting at only $5.49. One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
This is a Nissan. This is an AutoNation Nissan. They look identical, but they're not. What's the difference? Based on Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people paid less for their cars at AutoNation. Why go anywhere else? I like the way you think.
Right now at AutoNation Nissan, buy a 2015 Altima for $17,990 or a new Sentra, $14,990. Who you gonna call? AutoNation! AutoNation Nissan with 2 Jacksonville locations.
The fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
Now remember, Mr. Scrooge, we can see them, but they can't see us.
Look how happy they are. With Xfinity, you get the fastest, most reliable in-home Wi-Fi in all rooms, on all devices, all the time.
Connect us, everyone. Hey, Mr. Scrooge.
That's weird.
Bring power to your presence with Xfinity. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for a year. Call 1-855-215-FAST or visit Comcast.com today.
JTA is moving in the right direction. On December 1st, all JTA routes will change. Make sure you have the information you need before these changes take place. Call 630-3100 or visit jtafla.com.
The First Alert 7-day forecast is always available on air, online, and on the go. Brought to you by VyStar, where we never forget that it's your money.
4, 3, 2, 1. There you have it. A signed holiday season is officially here. The 21st annual Nights of Lights kicked off in St. Augustine tonight. I should let Jamie read this. He's been dying to say it all night.
It's happening at La Plaza de la Constitución.
There you go. He's been practicing his Spanish. There we go. The tradition was previously named one of the 10 best lighting displays in the world of Nights of Lights. Lasts through January, so be sure to check it out.
I honestly didn't know that was coming.
Good job. You did well. Well, leaders at all levels of government are waiting and preparing for a decision from a grand jury investigating the Ferguson police shooting case.
Yeah, that grand jury is going to decide if Officer Darren Wilson should face charges for shooting 18-year-old Michael Brown back in August. 3 protesters were already arrested last night for blocking traffic. Many businesses are boarded up right now, and churches are ready to take in people seeking shelter from the protests.
And some people who abandoned cars stuck in up to 7 feet of snow in western New York have a new problem: finding their cars since they were towed away. Well, people who do manage to clear the top layer of the snow off their roofs find that the snow has turned to ice as they dig closer to their house. And with temperatures above freezing today and then rain expected tomorrow, there's a flood watch tomorrow in western New York.
No snow here, but a first alert weather day for your Sunday. 5-sweep first alert Doppler HD. Quiet over Jacksonville, Folkston to Brunswick to Lake City. A few showers infiltrating parts of Waycross right now down to Valdosta. Some light to moderate rain. This is all in association with a piece of upper level energy swinging on by. We also will have a warm front lifting to the north for tonight. And by early in the morning, it'll be around the Florida-Georgia border. That will be the concentration point of a few localized areas of strong storms, possibly, but definitely some heavy rain. Here's a street-level mapping view across Jacksonville. Again, pretty dry tonight, but it is kind of a little bit more humid out there than we've seen over the past couple of weeks. You can see here's we put First Alert Doppler HD into motion over the last, say, 3 hours or so. You can see some light to moderate rain just to the west of you in Waycross. We will see that pick up throughout the overnight hours. So if you like to sleep during the rain, it'll be a good night for some sleep here. As we put our storm tracker into motion and look out towards the Gulf of Mexico, there's a massive rain that'll be heading towards Tallahassee and is there in some parts already. And going off to the northeast, southeastern Georgia will see the most rain out of this event as we go through the next couple of days, and also a warm front will begin to lift overnight tonight that you can't see on this map right now. But here's our hour-by-hour forecast showing some of that locally heavy rain. Could see that in parts of Duval County as we go through the overnight. Here's around 3 a.m., but from Waycross to Folkston to Jacksonville, even some sprinkles here and there in our southern viewing area. As we go through time here in the early morning hours, the heaviest rain will begin to lift towards Brunswick and then towards Savannah in southern South Carolina. But our winds will shift to the south behind a warm front, and it'll be mild, if not warm, for some locations tomorrow, touching upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Especially you can see some of these breaks in the cloud cover with that southerly wind there with our wind stream lines. And then we'll see another area, prefrontal band of rain and possibly a few storms moving into the area. But I believe it'll weaken a little bit by the time it gets to us. But here from Brunswick down to Lake City into the evening hours on your Sundays, where the focal point will be for that before we see more on Monday evening with a cold front coming by. So here comes the warm front. Just put the temperatures in the front on there for you to show you that same map going through time. You can see as the temperatures get up to the upper 70s to lower 80s near Palatka. And here comes another band of rain, and then another band of rain on Monday evening with that cold front before things begin to dry up. Not until Thursday. We could see that front stall out over central Florida, and that'll give us that rain threat on Wednesday. But back to the lower 60s there on Wednesday, upper 50s for Thanksgiving Day. A lot of clear sky on Black Friday and Saturday. Mid-60s, overnight lows in the mid to upper 30s. So again, a first alert weather day for Sunday. I-10 northbound will be our best chance of some heavy rain and possibility of a few severe storms. We'll be here with you starting at 6 a.m. on Fox 30. You can always get this forecast anytime. Just go to actionnewsjax.com.
Action News anchor Tanika Hughes is now looking for a standout local high school junior or senior to join her as co-host of the 28th annual MLK Breakfast in January. You can enter right now at the MLK Live the Dream contest. You can find it on our website, actionnewsjax.com. Well, that's all we have for you on a Saturday night, at least when it comes to news and weather, but the fun is about to begin.
Oh, yeah, and you can join Garrett and Erica Bennett for Fox 30 Action News this morning, starting at 6 a.m. bright and early tomorrow. But up next, Action Sports 360.
Here's Stuart Weber.
That will be fun in the morning with Garrett, but I will be sleeping at that point, so there's that. Hey, not the best matchups on paper for college football today, but that's why they don't play on paper. Florida State pushed to the edge. That's next on AS 360.
So true. Protecting local children from identity theft, Monday at 5.
Come see the very latest in firearms and accessories at Shooters, the pride of Jacksonville. You want selection? You've got it. You want savings? You've got it. Shooters Outdoor Superstore. More of everything you want for less. The pride of Jacksonville.
Get huge year-end clearance savings during our Happy Honda Day sales event. Thousands of Hondas clearance priced from $16,000. Clearance payments from $149 a month. Get 0.9% clearance financing for up to 60 months. Every Honda marked with clearance savings. Save thousands with 0.9% payments from $149 a month. Prices from $16,000. Don't miss it this week during Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer.
During the Room
Rooms to Go holiday sale, come see the new Cindy Crawford Coastal Collection at Rooms to Go. Get big holiday sale savings. Plus, now you can finance interest-free until January 2020. 2020, over 5 years from now. That's absolutely no interest adding up. Just make equal monthly payments starting next month. So hurry into Rooms to Go right now.
Oh, it's only November.
Hi, Santa.
Hello, Claire.
Black Friday means sweet deals.
A new Ford with a $1,000 Amazon.com gift card.
It comes with almost any Ford you want. Everybody wants a new Ford.
A great way to start your holiday shopping.
Now through Cyber Monday, get a $1,000 Amazon.com gift card plus $7,250 total savings on a new 2014 F-150 during the Ford Black Friday sales event.
Hurry
before they're all gone.
Countdown to kickoff with the Action Sports Team. Join Brent Martineau and Dan Hicken for injury updates, fantasy news, and expert analysis. Action Sports Countdown to Kickoff, Sunday at 11:30 on CBS 47. Presented by your Southern Ford dealers.
Did you know a good night's sleep can help you be stronger, faster, and ready for anything life throws your way? That's why the Jaguars teamed up with America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Furniture Home Store. Ashley donates a portion of every mattress sold to A Hope to Dream to provide free beds to kids in need.
Your purchase makes a difference.
When you need a mattress, buy it at Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Action Sports 360 is brought to you by Ashley